What's up, guys? All right, so we're gonna start off exactly where we left off, as usual. And this video is what to expect every time price meets your marriage. Now, the three things that I have below are what you can expect every single time price gets to your marriage. Okay, and let me tell you that none of these are in any specific order. They don't happen more often than others. It's not like something that is like I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to think of the best way to say it. My vocabulary isn't so extravagant sometimes. Um, but basically, these three things are going to happen almost every single time one of these is going to happen, and they all might happen at once. Sometimes it does that too. Um, so I want you guys to understand that these are the three things that we look out for. Okay, it's not that's going to necessarily happen every single time, but it's the three things that we look for to happen um, when price reaches those points. Okay, so we're going to go and we're going to go right back over to the same Euro USD chart that we looked at before. Okay, um, and what I want you guys to do now this can happen. Okay, those three things that I showed you, it can happen on any given time frame. Like, it does not matter. It could do it on the monthly. Like, it could touch it on the monthly and instantly reverse. Like, it could touch it on the minute chart and instantly reverse. It could trend switch on the monthly and then go in, obviously, whatever trend it was not trading, it goes on a new trend, right? And then it can contract in the market and then expand out of it on any time frame. Okay, so that is important that you know that. Now, what I do is I go monthly, weekly, daily, and below the daily time frames is where I like to take my entries from. Okay, so when I go down to my daily chart, let's go look at that this same marriage. Okay, let's just key in on this marriage right here, because this is where current price is near, and it's probably one of the best ones so far. Now, you're going to notice that it's not going to be perfect support or resistance ever, but what we're going to do is we're going to find out what is our potential to happen when price reaches it. Now, what I like to do, guys, and this is very important, I like to whatever time frame I'm like really trading, I like to see at least 3 candlesticks hold above my marriage or below my marriage before I even consider taking a trade. So it doesn't matter what time frame you guys are trading on. I usually like to keep it between the 4-hour chart and the daily chart, because they're the more highly traded times for professional traders like us. And yes, I would consider all of you guys professional traders, because I'm not training no damn amateurs out here, or people that are just fluking out here. I'm training people who are looking to become professionals in this industry, just as myself. So when professionals like us, we are normally looking at like taking entries off of like the daily and the 4-hour, because they're a little easier to trade with, because they don't take so extremely long. Okay, but what my method is teaching you is how to look at where the big money is, which is on the monthly, and follow strategically with where that market is potentially heading to. Okay, so now that we're on this time frame, what we're looking for are the 3 things every single time. Okay, which are those 3 things right there. All right, this is what we're looking for every single time. So let's go look at some examples. Okay, so at this point, all right, when price comes in at this point, okay, so you've already, all this is, guys, is you've already done your homework. Okay, so all of your homework is done. Like, you have done this, and now you're waiting on the market to reach a certain point. Okay, so at this point right here, okay, this would be the first time, if price is trading here, this is the first time price ever touches this. So notice, what does it do as soon as it touches it? It touches it and it drops down 100 pips. That is one of the examples. That is an example of price will touch and instantly reverse. All right. So that's what it does. It instantly reverses. Now in here, it goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So what it does is it comes to that point, it drops down, then it goes up. Okay. And then it comes at this point, and then it comes all the way back down. See how it touches it right there? So this is the first time price has touched it. Once it breaks out, okay, once it breaks out, like it breaks up here, that's the first time price has touched it since breaking up to the upside. So notice how it's went 1, 2, 3 candles. What I wait on is I wait on the next touch. So the next touch could be the fourth. It could, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles. Okay. That could be, it could be 5 candles later. It could be 55 candles later. Okay. I take the next touch when it breaks my marriage. Okay. So this thing, it took, once it went, it took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's my touch. And as you see, it went up from that point, first time, about 96 pips. And then see how it came down, and then it went back up again, right? So we can see that. All right, that's how I take that. Now, what we want is price to continually close above our marriage. When it continually does that, guys, that's when we're looking, okay, we're saying, okay, even though, see how this is like at the high up here, see how it comes, it's coming there and it's hooking around and it's sitting at that level and it's pushing up. See how it pushes up? So every time it reaches that level, what does it do? It pushes up, okay? It reaches that level, what does it do? It pushes up, all right? That's what we're looking at. That's what we're identifying with. And what we want to pay attention to is what to expect every time price meets your marriage, all right? When it reaches those points. Now, notice, and this might be a little hard to depict, but this thing is uptrending here. And then what it starts downtrending right here. Why? Because it stops making higher highs at this point. So see how it goes and makes an excited move down? And it makes like a little lower high here and drops down. See how it's like a lower high and it's like this is the high, that's a lower high. And then what does it do? Another lower high, right? At that point, completely smashes that marriage. And then it goes down and makes a lower low. Okay. And then what does price do? It trend switches right there. See how it trend switches at that marriage? Now you know price is going up because it trend switched out of it. And notice this plays a huge support right here. And notice that every time price reaches here, what does it do? It goes up. And there it goes up, right? And you can see that. And see how price goes up at that point? So that is what to expect when price meets your marriage. And what did it do right there? Price will trend switch. That's all price did. It just trend switched at that marriage there. So when it's going down, you're expecting it to stay below. And guess what? I want to point this out. 1, 2, 3. Okay. You would take a sell at this point on the next touch. Now this takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, let me just stop doing that. It does, this is a pip measure. Until it reaches there, it's 16 days. It takes 16 days for it to reach that, okay? So on the 16th candle, you would sell. Now on this, your stop loss would get hit, but we're not there yet. I just wanted to show you that in this example, that would be an example of taking that trade, okay? So, and like I said, we're not there just yet. We'll eventually get there, but we're not there yet. But this is an example of when price trend switches out of that move right there. Now, there's not really a contraction that happens in this point. So I'm going to use this example right here. This is an example of when price contracts in the marriage and excitably moves out. So when a contraction happens in the marriage, what it's going to do is it's either going to extend to the upside or to the downside. It can only go 2 ways at that point. It can't go anywhere but those 2 ways unless it keeps going sideways. So, I mean, that's pretty easy to trade. Like you're buying at the bottom, selling at the top if it's sitting in a contraction point. And there it decides to go up. So that's the next point. Price will contract and then expand. That is an example of expanding out. And so it just expands into an uptrend. So you would follow that. Okay. So those are the 3 things that are going to happen every single time that price reaches your marriage, okay? It is going to touch and instantly reverse. Price will trend switch in there. Price will contract and then expand, okay? So every single time when you have a marriage, okay, if your marriages are right, all right, price is going to do those 3 things every single time. Come look at price over here. Look at the first time it touches that. What does it do? the first time it touches it at this point, what does it do? It goes up 115 pips, okay? Since it's the level, it breaks it to the downside. What does it do? It drops to the downside. Comes back up, hits that level, and it sits right here. 1, 2, 3 candles. You take the next touch. There's the touch up there. There's the move up there, 123 pips. Now, that was a big move drop right there, but that's following the strategy. I'm teaching you guys how to consistently stay in profit. I can promise you guys, and I think it'll be a little more believable now that you're this far into the academy and a little more understanding. I have not had a single trade in the last, we're in the middle of June. I think the last year and 8 months not go in profit. Every single one of my trades has went into profit. I always see my account with the potential to make money. Okay. And I know exactly why. And that's why I'm teaching you guys this. I'm showing you guys exactly why I am always in profit. Okay. And you guys should see this, that you can start to see, oh, damn, every single time that price does reach those levels, it does exactly those three things. It's because it's a method, it's a system. I already know what it's going to do when it reaches those points. Okay, that's what I'm passing on to you guys. So just be excited, because when we finish this, you're going to know exactly how to make money all the time. Trust me, I'm going to have y'all in here. Y'all going to be looking like Luke Skywalker the third, out here with lightsabers, beaming the market, bing 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 bing, money 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 money. That's what many y'all in this thing. So it will happen eventually. It's just about consistently getting these things down. So now you guys know the 3 things that are going to happen. Like, this is history in the making. Like, these are the things that will happen. Like, I can guarantee you that they will those 3 things will happen. I've seen nothing else happen differently. And there is a strategy devised around how to consistently make money. We're on the daily time frame. We will shift this thing down, and we will look at the smaller time frames, and I will show you guys how to finesse the smaller time frames. It's very fun, guys. I'm telling you, it's very fun. We're going to move on to our next video, and guess what? The next video is, how do I know I'm ready to move on? Because you have just finished all of the intermediate videos. And we're going to move on into the advanced videos. And this is where you guys are going to see how you can grow your trading account, which will grow your banking account, which will grow your lifestyle, which will allow you to travel and do anything that you want in this lifetime. So I will see you guys on the next video.